All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on your computer's greatest magic trick. How in the world does it do so many things all at once? I mean, really think about it for a second. Right now, you're listening to me. Maybe you've got a web browser open. Your email's probably checking for messages in the background, and you're still getting notifications. How does it handle all of that without just breaking? So you might look at your screen and think, okay, I've got like 3 apps open. But if you could peek under the hood, what you'd see is that your operating system is actually juggling dozens, maybe even hundreds of hidden background processes. Each one is a tiny little program with its own to-do list, all just to keep things running smoothly. So how can one computer with basically a single brain, the central processing unit, or CPU, how can it possibly pull off this amazing juggling act? Well, it all comes down to 3 really clever techniques that the CPU uses to create that seamless experience we totally take for granted. We're talking about multitasking, multiprocessing, and multithreading. So yeah, let's dive in and unpack what those actually mean. Okay, so the first and, most fundamental technique is called multitasking. And honestly, it's kind of a masterful illusion. So here's the secret. Your computer isn't actually running your music, your browser, and your email all in the exact same millisecond. Nope. What it's really doing is switching its focus between them just incredibly fast. I mean, we are talking about fractions of a second here. The CPU works on a little piece of one program, then instantly jumps to the next, and then circles right back around, and it all happens so unbelievably fast that to us, to our slow human brains, it feels like everything is happening at once. But, multitasking with just one CPU, it has its limits. So what happens when we give the computer more than one brain to play with? Well, that's where multiprocessing comes in. Okay, now this is where the magic gets real. Unlike that rapid-fire switching of multitasking, multiprocessing is true parallel work. If your CPU has, say, 4 cores, it can literally work on 4 completely different tasks at the exact same moment. No illusion this time. And the cool thing is, you can actually see these parallel workers on your own computer. It's super easy. Just pop open your Task Manager, go to the Performance tab, and then change the graph view to show logical processors. And if you do that, you'll see your one big CPU graph suddenly split into a bunch of smaller ones. See, each of these little graphs represents a logical processor. What's happening is that modern CPUs can often run 2 instruction streams on each physical core, so it looks like you have more processors than you actually do. So this machine here, it has 6 cores, but it shows up as 12 logical processors. That's like having 12 distinct workers all ready to tackle tasks at the same time. Okay, so we've gone from one program to many, and from one core to many. Now let's zoom in even deeper. Let's look at what's happening inside a single program. Yeah, it turns out that even a single application isn't just one big clunky task. A well-designed program can actually break itself down into smaller, independent mini-tasks, and these are called threads. And the best part, they can run in parallel. A perfect, everyday example is your web browser. Think about it. You start downloading a massive file. Now, if it wasn't for multithreading, your browser would just completely freeze until that download was done. But instead, one thread handles the download in the background, while another thread lets you keep on browsing, clicking links, and doing your thing. It's just incredibly efficient. So if we go back to our task manager for a second, check this out. You can see here that, there are 211 processes running, but those programs have been broken down into a pretty staggering number of threads. Yeah, over 2,700 threads. That averages out to something like 13 threads for every single process. And each one of those is a separate little to-do list that the CPU is managing, constantly switching between them to keep everything humming along. Okay, so this begs the question, right? If we can have multiple cores and thousands of threads, why can't we just keep adding more and more and more to make our computers infinitely fast? Well, there's a catch. This limitation was explained beautifully, I think, way back in 1975 by a computer scientist named Fred Brooks. He used this famous analogy that got so popular it became known as Brooks' Law. And the takeaway is this. Some jobs are just sequential. They have to be done in a certain order. You have to put your socks on before you put your shoes on. Adding another person or another CPU core to help you won't make it go any faster. That's why some things, like video rendering, benefit massively from more cores because you can split the work up. But other tasks, they don't get that same kind of boost. Okay, so let's wrap this all up with that kitchen analogy. Multitasking, that's one chef frantically rotating between a bunch of different pots on the stove. Multiprocessing, now you've got several chefs in the kitchen and each one is working on their own separate dish. And multithreading, that's one super skilled chef using both hands at once, chopping veggies with one hand, stirring a sauce with the other, all to get one single dish done faster. So that leaves us with a final thought. When we talk about a computer being fast, it isn't just about raw speed. It's really about how cleverly the whole system juggles tasks, splits up the work, and uses all its resources in parallel. It's not just about speed, it's about intelligence. Thanks for tuning in.